Hi everyone, I'm Beth with Bodies by Pilates, and today I'm going to take you through another stretch video. So today I'm going to be using a foam roller. So if you have a foam roller, excellent. If you don't, you can also use a long TheraBand if you have it. Belt will work. Ideally, the foam roller is best because we are going to be engaging our pecs by using it, which will be a little bit harder if you have more of a TheraBand or a belt or nylons or whatever you might have to sort of use some pressure between the arms, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Just have that foam roller off to the side. I'm just going to start with a big inhale up. So take that big inhale up, filling those lungs up with air. Exhale, blow it all out. Good. One more time, we're going to hold it at the top. Go ahead and reach that right arm just a little bit longer, maybe putting a little side bend over to the left side, and then switch arms. Good. One more time. And then to that other side. One more big inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Good. So we're going to work on some spinal rotation and some rotation of the shoulders. So if you have that foam roller, go ahead and grab it. We're just going to grab it between our arms. So already just holding it between your arms here, you need a little engagement. So you can feel sort of how the chest and those pectoral muscles just sort of kick on. That's what we're looking for. So just slight engagement there. All right. First thing we're going to do is just lift that foam roller just to sort of chest height so that arms come up, or I guess to shoulder height, and then come right back down. So you're just got that slight engagement. Maybe you feel a little bit of the inner bicep working there. Just lift and lower. Now you want to pull up through that pelvic floor, as I always say, and pull those shoulders back. Excellent. We're going to add a squat to this. So as the foam roller comes up, I want you to push the hips back, pull the belly in, and then as you lower the foam roller, squeeze the glutes and stand it back up. Here we go. Squat it down and up and up and up. Good. So even though you're reaching with those arms, I want you to think about pulling the shoulders back. Use that breath and then try to push the hips back so the knees stay behind the toes. Try not to put a big arch in the back, but pull that belly button up. Good. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Excellent. All right, now we're going to start to take it overhead. So go ahead, take that big inhale as you bring that foam roller up overhead. And then exhale as you bring it down. So what we're going for here is to bring those arms right up next to those ears. So we're working on opening up the chest. Good. And then bring it all the way down. So depending on how tight your chest and shoulders are, this might feel a little difficult, but remember, we want to rotate the shoulders, keeping that slight engagement here. And then trying not to bring those shoulders up to those ears. So I'll just show you what one would look like if you bring those shoulders up. So you want to drop them down and then bring it down. Excellent. All right, we're going to add those squats in. So go ahead, lift and stand it up. Excellent. Lift and lower and lift and lower. Good. You got it. Keep that breath going. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Excellent. Go ahead and put that foam roller down. Maybe just take a quick break here, shaking out those arms. Maybe even wrap those arms around. Reach away from the body here. Pull the shoulders back. Excellent. Feels so good. All right. Let's grab that foam roller again. We're going to start adding some rotation here. So feet are wider than the hips. Go ahead, take that foam roller to chest height or shoulder height, and then keep a little bend in those knees, keeping the hips forward. I just want you to rotate over to your right. And through center, over to your left. Good, and again. Excellent, so we're getting that spinal rotation. So important here. Don't lock out the knees. Pull up through that pelvic floor. Pull those shoulders back. We're going to do one more rotation here. And then come back to center. Lower those arms, take a quick break. So I hope you're feeling these in your bicep too, because I definitely am. So if you have that slight engagement and whatever prop you're holding, you should be feeling it sort of right at the top of that bicep. And then also those pectoral muscles as well. All right, here we go. We're going to add on. So you're going to take that foam roller to shoulder height. You're going to rotate the arms, bring it back, rotate to that other side. Good. So whatever side you're on, so if you're on your left side, right arm goes up towards the top, comes back, come through center, over to your right side, the left arm rotates up. So it's the opposite of whatever side you're on. Good. All right. So as you rotate over to your left, you're going to rotate that right arm up. I want you to take the foam roller up overhead. Left arm is on top. Come down. Rotate. Right arm goes up. Over top. Good. One more time like this, and then we're going to switch it up. All right. The left arm goes up overhead, through center, left, rotate. We've got one more. And back to center, lower those arms. Excellent, that was awesome. I hope that you feel that in your shoulders. I'm just gonna put this over here. We'll be using it one more time. So let's just roll the shoulders out now. Shake out those biceps. I definitely felt that, almost like I was doing a weight, so I hope you did too. Okay, next up, what we're gonna do is a little bit of stretching through the back, the glutes, hamstrings, and calves. All right, so you're just gonna take your foam roller and you're just gonna place it down. All right, so first up, we're just gonna do a fold over. Let me just bring it a little closer, maybe like right about there, a couple feet away from your own feet. So take that big inhale up. As you exhale, I want you to nod the chin to the chest, start to roll forward. So remember to pull up through that pelvic floor until you are peeling each vertebrae away from that imaginary wall. Come over into your fold over, looking through your legs here. All right, so try not to crank the neck up. Just hang heavy here, rounding through the back, maybe already letting the back body sort of stretch out here. And then just take those hands to that foam roller. All right, so feet are a little wider than the hips. Hands are on the foam roller. So if you can't touch the floor yet, the foam roller is going to really assist with that, right? Because it gives you a few inches there. So in this fold over, now I want you to start to walk the foam roller forward, pushing the hips back. So we're elongating through that back. You're going to feel that big stretch through the calves, through the hamstrings, releasing the glutes. Now relax the shoulders. And then go ahead and round back through that mid-thoracic as you roll the foam roller back underneath your head. Let's do it again. Push that foam roller out, rolling it forward, pushing the hips in the opposite direction. Really reach, creating a space in between those vertebrae. And then go ahead and roll it back underneath. Last time, we're going to roll it forward. Remember to breathe, don't hold your breath here. With each exhale, you may find yourself go a little deeper into that stretch. Now, I am trying to get more length and sort of extension through my mid-thoracic spine there. So I'm really trying to reach away here. And then go ahead, just bend those knees, sit those hips back. And once again, just reach through that foam roller. Feels so good. All right, we're just gonna come forward now. So pick up the heels, let the knees start to come down and forward. And come into a 4-point kneeling position using the foam roller. Good, so same thing applies now. If this hurts your wrists at all, try to roll the foam roller forward just a little bit so you don't have quite as much break in those wrists. All right, so pull the belly up. You're gonna push the hips backwards as the foam roller goes forward over those arms. You're pressing the head through the arms, lowering the chest and lowering the belly. So getting a huge stretch through the arms and the shoulders. After that workout at the beginning with the foam roller, this should feel really good. And then just round it back up onto that foam roller. Let's do that one more time. All right, go ahead. Roll the foam roller forward, push the hips back. Allow the chest to open, the head, the belly, the chest all lower towards your mat. Remember to breathe. You can do a little rock and roll forward here, a little massage on those arms, on the foam roller. Good, and then go ahead and round it all the way back up. Feels so good, right? All right, excellent. We're gonna go ahead and take that foam roller and we're gonna place it lengthwise on our mat. All right, so we're gonna come here and just take a seat on the foam roller. Be careful here. You're gonna be at one end of that foam roller. And then we're slowly going to lower ourselves down onto the foam roller. So you may need to adjust yourself just a little bit. Head should still be able to be on that foam roller. All right. So we have our neutral spine, whatever that might be. So I have quite the curvature in my back. So everyone is different here. Feet are wider than the foam roller, just kind of keeping you balanced here. Arms are on your side. All right. So we're already allowing the chest to open here. We're just going to take our arms down. Palms are facing up. We're going to slowly start to snow angel those arms up. So we've been working a lot on the shoulders and the chest this morning. So we're just going to allow those arms to rotate. You're going to see that rib cage splay, totally okay. And then let's go ahead and snow angel those arms down, closing up the rib cage when you can, and bringing those arms all the way down. Excellent. Let's do that one more time and then leave those arms there. Snow angel those arms up. Relax, relax, relax. Breathing. Good. So arms are up overhead. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate those arms. Fingertips are going to reach for the ceiling, but I want you to pull the shoulder blades back. Allow the arms to come down. And then let's take them back up. Good. One more time. Take them down. Excellent. All right, we're just gonna take the right arm up. Left arm is gonna stay down, right arm goes up. Let's switch arms. Remember to breathe, take it slow. So if you feel any sort of knots, stubborn areas, just work through it. You don't have to go at my pace. You can stop and just stay where you're at. One more time. All right, so I'm stopping with my right arm down, my left arm back overhead, reaching for that floor. So I'm trying to get those fingertips there. Now we're just going to circle, semicircle those arms around so they switch places. Excellent. We're going to flip them. And semicircle them around. Good. One more time. Flip them. And circle them around. All right. Now, let's go ahead and semicircle them back. Flip the arms. Semicircle. And flip the arms. Keep the left arm where it is, and let's just take that right arm all the way down. Excellent. This time, just reach the arms out to the side. So I want you to take the fingers down and then maybe a little rock and roll side to side. So you feel that stretch. I'm definitely feeling it through my bicep area. That's where I want to stretch it out as I kind of rotate my body or lean to the right and try to keep my left arm out there. And now I'll do that on the other side. Excellent. One more time. Using that breath, relaxing those shoulders. Hard to do. Good. And then just come back to center. I'm just going to take my arms here, so they're going to create a balance for me. I'm going to go ahead, take the soles of my feet together and allow my legs to just open or butterfly open. Okay. So you'll feel the obliques sort of kick on since we're in this really unstable position. So they're trying to keep us balanced. We obviously have our arms for balance as well. If you ever want to challenge yourself, you can always take your arms in that 90 degrees, or you can take them all the way up. Whoa, and find your balance, which I do not have today. All right, good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and come off of our foam roller. Now, there's really no beautiful way to do this. So you can either just roll off the side, or you can lift yourself all the way up and then just move that foam roller out of your way. All right, we're going to come onto our side. So we do this a lot of times without the foam roller, so you absolutely do not need it for this. But we're going to come on down. It's a great prop to keep the legs in line, keeping the hips in line. So I'm going to bend my legs into a 90-degree angle. I'm just going to take the foam roller and sort of hug it between my two legs. So that keeps my top leg in line with my hip. My bottom arm is going to be out. My shoulders are going to be stacked. All right, so keeping that grip on that foam roller, we're going to go ahead and just open our chest. Good. So this helps us from rolling backwards. So we're keeping the knees stacked, the hips stacked as we open up the chest. We're working on that spinal rotation, what I always speak about. It's so important. And then go ahead and close those arms back up. Okay. Again, you don't need the foam roller for this. You could always use a pillow, a Pilates ball, a rolled up towel. It just sort of helps to keep the hips and the legs stacked so that you don't actually cheat yourself through the exercise. You can stay here and hang out as long as you like. I definitely feel the shoulder opening up. I feel this arm getting closer to the ground. Actually, I feel it touching the ground, something I've never really been able to do before. And then go ahead and close it up. Excellent. So you can do as many of those as you need. We're going to go ahead and just spin ourselves around so that we can do that on the other side. So stack those hips, put that foam roller in there, you kind of grab it, give it a little grab between the legs there. That's going to keep that leg in line with my hip. Got my hips stacked, my knees stacked, my feet stacked, my arms are stacked as well. All right, here we go. So if you need a little something for your head to keep it in line, feel free to always put a little pillow there. This does not bother me or give me any pain. All right, we're going to take that big inhale, opening up. Remember, you want the rotation to happen through your spine. So that's why the foam roller is a great tool to keep us from rolling backwards. So if you see my hips shift, then you know I've already let them release and I'm no longer just rotating through my spine, but I've rolled back off my hips. All right, so this side needs a ton of work for me. It's nowhere near the floor. I look like my shoulders are up, but I promise you they are down. So keep them down away from your ears. And do one more, see if I can open myself up just a little bit more here. Getting better, but still needs a lot of work on this side. Good, and then come back to center. Excellent. All right. Next up, we're going to do a quick thigh stretch with the foam roller. And so this time, just take the foam roller to one end of your mat, and you're going to go ahead and place those feet up on top of it. All right. When you're ready, just go ahead and upright yourself. Now, if this hurts your knees at all, just feel free to put a little padding. You can double your mat if you need to. All right. So we're going to stretch out those quads just a little bit. So I want you to have a little engagement in the glutes. Just give them a little squeeze there to activate them. Pull up through your pelvic floor. Pull your shoulders back. Excellent. Take your arms out in front of you without pulling your shoulders forward. So keep the shoulder blades pulling back. Also, if you notice when you let your shoulders go forward, see how my belly kind of pudges out and I collapse through my core. So when my shoulders are pulling back, my chest is open, I'm pulling up through my core. Here we go. We're just going to lean back. So you should feel this stretch in the front of the quads here. Whew. Especially if you have tight quads like me, you feel it pretty immediate. And then come on up. Beautiful. So it's a hinge. It's not a sit back. That's effective, can be effective for the glutes. But what we're trying to work on here is stretching out our quads. So go on, go back. Keep that body in that line, that perfect line there. So keeping the shoulders over the hips. You don't want it to go back this way where you're creating all that arch in the back. Good, a couple more times here. And forward. One more time. And forward. Excellent. All right. Staying right here. We're just going to bring that right foot forward into our pigeon pose. We're going to tuck that heel underneath our left hip. And then we're just going to lift, extending straight through that left leg. Go ahead and fold over to take out any pinching in this low spine here and come down onto your arms. Beautiful. This is a great stretch too after just doing that thigh stretch. Feel as you really lengthen through that left leg, you can feel that quad catch. All right, go ahead and bend that knee. Walk those hands back. Go ahead, slide that right leg back onto that foam roller and slide that left foot forward. Taking that left heel underneath your right hip this time. Go ahead and fold forward. Straighten through that right leg. You can go ahead and I'm doing just a little bit of a rock and roll forward and back, easing into the stretch. Feel free to hold it nice and static. Excellent. And then go ahead and walk those hands back, bend that knee. You got it. Okay. Let's come back down to this. And this time we're going to go ahead and look towards that foam roller. We're going to take our toes and bend them under. And then let's just start to lift the knees and come up into our downward dog. So we're going to walk those hands forward just a little bit here. Pushing the hips up and back, and then trying to take those heels down to your mat. Pedal out the heels left and right. Good, and then go ahead and try and set both heels down. Excellent. We're gonna walk those feet forward. So we're back in our fold over. I didn't really plan that the best, but you want your foam roller to be there so that you can place your hands back on. All right, so we're gonna do one final spinal rotation here. And so looking through your legs, I want you to start to bend into that left leg. Walk your hands down to the right side of the foam roller and then take that right arm up, look over that shoulder. Good. Come back, place the hand back on the foam roller, walk through center, take them to the left end of the foam roller, bend into the right knee, keep the right hand on the foam roller, keep the left arm up and look over that left shoulder. Push through that left hip. Try to keep that left leg straight. And then come back to center, taking the hands right to the middle of the foam roller. Let's push that foam roller out one more time, trying to straighten through that back. Bend those knees and then straighten those legs. Bend those knees and straighten. One more time. Bend and straighten. Roll that foam roller right underneath your forehead or the crown of your head. Feel how the back creates that flexion, finding that flexion through your mid-thoracic spine. Let go of that foam roller and slowly start to roll it up one vertebrae at a time, pulling up through that pelvic floor. Roll those shoulders back. Take that big inhale. Excellent. Good. Let's take a big inhale here. Grab that right wrist with that left hand side, bend over. Rotate, reach for that front left corner. Come back into that side bend. Come all the way up. Switch hands, side bend over to your right. Rotate forward, reach for that forward right corner. Neck in line with the spine. Come back into your side bend. Come all the way up. Take an inhale. Exhale, cactus those arms out. Pull those shoulder blades back. Look up towards the ceiling, opening the throat. Reach up one more time on that inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Nice job, you guys. That was really fun. As you can see, props help. They help to stretch. You can use them in a multitude of ways. You don't need the foam roller. You can use pillows, towels, bands, so whatever you need. But I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out the other videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And I hope to see you back here real soon.